Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, it's a pleasure to join you at this important event, which addresses a topic that is on everyone's minds this year: how to recover from the negative impact of COVID-19 and how to build back better at the same time. I would like to thank Mr. Kakar for inviting me and for leading Unilever's commitment to sustainability. In this context, I would also like to congratulate Unilever on the issue of the 8th edition of its Sustainable Living Plan. In 2019, a newly formed partnership of public and private sector entities and non-governmental organizations called Coalition Circle committed to develop a circular economy model to combat plastic and packing waste pollution in the United Arab Emirates. The objective of this coalition align with the Sustainable Development Goals and the United Arab Emirates National Sustainable Production and Consumption Plan. As a member of Coalition Circle, and with its pledge to have the environmental footprints on its products by 2025, Unilever is a role model for private sector that is a key driver of the green recovery, the theme of today's event. The United Arab Emirates government has allocated a long-term recovery package to accelerate the transition of the green economy and digital economy with focus on strategic areas, including renewable energy, electric cars, smart cities, circular economy, artificial intelligence, blockchain, 3D printing, robotics, and biotechnology. Integrating green growth into our post-COVID-19 development strategy can enable us to achieve a resilient, inclusive, sustainable, and efficient recovery. With digitalization reshaping the global economy, our country's intention to capitalize on this trend will enable it to become a regional leader in the field. We have already got a head start owing to our advanced digital infrastructure and the adoption of the United Arab Emirates Artificial Intelligence Strategy, the first of its kind in the region. Sustainable finance is another pillar of green economy. The scale of the investment required is well beyond the capacity of the public sector alone. Therefore, the United Arab Emirates is currently finalizing the sustainable finance framework to step up cooperation between the public and private sectors and channel capital towards climate resilient and sustainable investment. A major opportunity in this regard is food security, one of our priority areas for green recovery. The pandemic has highlighted the need for a stable food supply chain and reducing dependence on exports. Despite the limitations of our agricultural sector, we are seeing promising innovations, especially from our young people who are passionate to advance sustainable agriculture through cutting-edge technologies and innovative business model. As part of our recovery plans, we are also actively promoting the implementation of circular economy principles with the aim of moving away from unsustainable consumption and production patterns and preserve our natural resources for future generation. To achieve this objective, we have developed a national circular economy policy that targets the adoption of circular economy concept in 4 priority areas: green infrastructure, sustainable transportation, sustainable manufacturing, and sustainable food production and consumption. The policy is undergoing the approval process of our leadership. In addition, we are reviewing the United Arab Emirates Green Agenda 2015-2030 that seeks to consolidate the country's green growth efforts in different sectors. In light of COVID-19, we are reassessing the effectiveness of its programs and identifying areas of improvement to support our green recovery. Despite the challenging times, our country remains steadfast in its commitment to building back better. However, a successful green recovery requires a collective efforts from federal and local governments entities, the private sector, and the general public, and depends on continued cooperation of all stakeholders across all sectors. Only if we work together, we can improve resource efficiency, mitigate the negative impact of climate change, and support the development of environmental goods and services with the active participation of the private sector. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just said goodbye to 2020, and I think you will all agree with me that it was a most unusual year. Let us welcome 2021 with a new hope and a new determination, not only to defeat the deadly virus, but to turn this challenge into opportunities, to come out of this crisis stronger than ever. With a positive outlook, we will continue to reinforce the role of the green economy as a cornerstone of COVID-19 recovery, and we hope that our experience can serve as a source of inspiration for the region. In closing, I wish you all productive participation in today's activities and look forward to the outcomes of the panel discussions. I would also like to invite you to attend the virtual Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week that will run from January 18th to 21st and is open to the public with registration now live. I hope to see you all there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time.